All right, let's begin now with data deduplication and count. We'll go to SQL editor this time. We'll write the entire query in just using SQL. Let's click SQL query here. Let's paste our code. So please note the module 1 I've just commented out that it is a prerequisite, right, before beginning with any other modules, right. I've mentioned you got to run the module 1 first, which is basically kind of data preparation step. So this time what we are doing, let's go ahead with step 1. We'll just creating a raw table here. The name is sales raw table under the demo catalog demo schema, and here we are manually inserting the values. So if you want, you can again just create a CSV file and ingest the data as well, right? So let's first I'm just running step 1 and 2 together. Basically step 1 creates the structure of the table, that is the DDL. Then the step 2 is basically inserting the values. I'm running this together. Let's attach our SQL warehouse, and there we go. It's running now. All right, looks good. It says 15 rows inserted. If you look here, the maximum count is 15. That is, we have inserted 15. Looks good. Let's do a sample select star. So previewing, let's check out for all the values what we have here. So next step is basically the count asterisk. So again, like, it is a kind of basic prerequisite check we should do as a data engineer to we can see the count is 15. Now let's do a describe and check the structure. So just the usual module 1 steps what we do as a part of data preparation. We can see the different data types, strings, int, and date, for date, order date. Looks good. Let's begin with our data deduplication, which is as per the latest syllabus. We need to get familiar. So first step is we need to find out the duplicates. How do we do it? By using the query or clause having count greater than 1. We are doing a group by, and there we go. If we look here, the occurrence, that is the number of frequency, we can see the duplicate values here for Alice, Carol, and Dave. The 2 times it has occurred, it says. Now let's run this query to see the gap between the total rows and the unique combos. So here we can see the total rows is 15, unique value is 12. That means 3 are duplicates, right? So we need to cleanse the 3. So there is a kind of different approach. Kind of one is the distinct we can use to remove the duplicates. It's kind of like keeping the exactly one copy of each. If you look, the rows is now 12 here, right? The count is 12. So it is kind of like using the distinct clause, we can again remove the duplicates. So this is one way of doing things. Now there is another way, that is the approach 2. That is, we can assign rank with each group of duplicates. Let's run this. We'll run the our step 4 now, and there we go. If we look here, we got the order ID here, right? And 12 rows we got. Looks good. Now there is the approach 3 will do. Now let's find it out in approach 3 how many rows it gets. We get 8 rows here. Interesting. Previously 12 and now 8 rows. So it is kind of like 1 row per customer we have this time used. Now let's save and clean the duplicated like table. for later tutorial like the count and all will do. So let's, if you look here, we are creating or replacing the table with sales clean. This is our new table name, sales clean, where we are just uh, taking the results of distinct. Basically, it will take the unique values from the sales raw table, create a new table named sales clean, where it will basically put the distinct or the unique values only. Let's run this step 6 and find it out. Now, what's the difference? And there we go. This ran successfully. No rows returned. Let's do a simple count asterisk. So there we go. We got the distinct. Now the sales clean contains the cleansed value or the without duplicate or just the unique values in the table named sales clean. So this looks good. This is free of duplicates. Sales clean table is free of duplicates. Now let's begin with our count operation. So remember, like before proceeding with the aggregates and all, it's better to remove the duplicates because we don't want some unnecessary results in our data set, right? So here, let's use the count asterisk from our sales raw, which is our previous duplicated table, remember, right? I've mentioned in the comment as well, includes 3 duplicates. Let's now go ahead with the step 2. So basically it will count only the non-null values. So looks good, 15 15. Basically this looks good, but in real life there can a null exist. For our table there are no nulls, so that's why it has returned everything. Looks good. When we are dealing with millions of record, there can be nulls in enterprise or production scenarios, maybe in the test or development probably. So let's run our next step, which is kind of distinct. Again here, if you look here, we have run distinct against the columns, so the unique values for the columns. Now let's run our approx count distinct. All right, let's keep this tutorial short. For approx count distinct, let's first check out the theory, then we'll continue this. So please hold on and continue with me. After learning the theory, we'll continue the approx count. Thank you so much. Let's meet in our next lecture.